Ms. Sims?
Thank you, Chairman, members of the subcommittee, for inviting me today to discuss the role of education and training in Kentucky's TANF program. I also want to thank our state TANF agency, the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services, for their vision and unwavering support over the years, and I better begin at the end. As a result of Kentucky's persistence to stay the course with an education strategy that works, we're struggling to meet TANF participation requirements. We are exceeding the 30% federal limitation on the number of TANF clients that a state can serve in the vocational education component, which in 2009 caused our state's participation rate to be reduced by 5%, falling below the federal expectation and putting us at risk for financial penalties. Therefore, among the 7 recommendations for your consideration in my written testimony, I urge you to consider expanding access to vocational and post-secondary ed beyond the currently allowable 12 months, to eliminate the existing 30% cap on vocational education participation, and to eliminate the burdensome post-secondary attendance and verification requirements. Kentucky has embraced an economic development and public policy agenda around doubling the numbers of adults with at least a bachelor's degree by 2020. While higher ed is not the choice for everyone, we also do not believe that low-income parents should automatically be denied the opportunity to improve their long-term employment prospects. Kentucky ranks 46th in the nation for the number of adults with baccalaureate degrees and has one of the highest poverty rates in the country. Our state TANF program is known as the Kentucky Transitional Assistance Program, or KTAP. And we know our KTAP population is even less educated. Recognizing the link between education and economic prosperity, in 1998, the Kentucky Community and Technical College System, KCTCS, partnered with our state TANF agency to focus a significant portion of our TANF efforts and resources on supporting low-income parents in pursuit of post-secondary credentials that would lead to family-sustaining wages. The resulting 11-year collaboration is known as Ready to Work and supports TANF participants as they work toward certificates, diplomas, and associate degrees in community and technical college programs. Ready to Work serves about 2,000 TANF participants annually, and in the current fiscal year represents a $10.7 million commitment of federal TANF funds, with $7.7 million of that earmarked specifically for TANF-funded work study. A 2004 review by the Kentucky Legislative Research Commission found that participants in job skills education and vocational training, the TANF activities that represent the Ready to Work students, had the highest entering employment rates, the highest percent still employed after 4 quarters, and the highest average annual wage by more than $3,500 of those employed for 4 quarters, and you will find that represented on Attachment A of my written testimony. This same review concluded, and I quote, "Because work-related higher education clearly leads to increased income and financial security, Kentucky should consider whether it is feasible to include more clients in this category, and we have done just that." Ready to Work students are enrolled in the college's existing academic programs and have the same opportunities and choices available to all KCTCS students, along with access to federal and state aid, including Pell Grants to pay tuition costs. The TANF investment is in case management, career and academic counseling, advising, advocacy, and support, along with a TANF-funded paid work study opportunity. TANF-funded work study placements serve many purposes, including a supportive work environment and income opportunity that can be adjusted to accommodate a fluctuating college schedule. They are resume and skill-building opportunities that make classroom instruction more relevant, provide transitional jobs, and exposure to employers who often hire these students, while providing income supplementation for the family that is disregarded by our state TANF agency. And against almost insurmountable odds and multiple barriers, these Ready to Work students have grade point averages that are competitive with the rest of our student population, and their retention rates have been consistently and significantly higher since the '99 program implementation. And if Mr. Chairman will allow me 2 additional brief paragraphs, I'd like to tell you about a custodial father by the name of Stephen. Ready to Work sometimes serves custodial fathers like Stephen in 2004 who found himself divorced with custody of his 2 young children. Stephen quickly realized that over-the-road truck driving and single parenting were not a good fit and connected with the KCTCS Ready to Work program in 2005 when his children were 5 and 7 years old. Stephen spent some time improving his basic skills at no cost in the college's Adult Basic Education program, Title II of WIA. Before enrolling and receiving an associate degree in spring 2009 with a 3.8 grade point average. While Stephen was working toward his associate degree, he supplemented his KTAP income with a TANF-funded work-study placement at a local nonprofit organization where he landed a job with the Family Support Office upon graduation as a caseworker. Stephen wanted to share this, and I quote, "Thanks to the benefit of having a college degree, my wages are approximately $10,000 more yearly than the job I was performing prior to returning to school. For the first time since the birth of my children, I will have the money and actual benefit of paid vacation time to take us all on a family vacation. I have since become a first-time homeowner, and we have purchased a long overdue newer vehicle. And my kids and I have some security along with medical insurance and retirement. I can hold my head high and know that I set a proper example for my children as to what it takes to achieve your goals and the fact that they too can do it if they really want to and make the proper choices and work hard. The payoff is in the long run worth the sacrifices."